You just see her bare naked. And it doesn't actually look like there's even really transparent, like whatever they use to make her dress. He received 284,357 orders for his shoes, totaling $19.3 million in sales. So he tripled his money. The dude is like psychotic smart. It's weird. Like he's definitely not right, but he does some of the right things at the right time.
Because he creates controversy. That's why.
Yeah, I mean the entire Grammys, that's all it is.
And we've spent the last 12 minutes or so talking about him. That's why.
She has a master's degree in architecture from Melbourne University in Australia.
Interesting.
So she's smart. At least smart enough to get through.
Smart on paper, at least.
To get through a master's degree program. Award shows are just kind of a sham to begin with. The award shows are nothing more than popularity contests and controversy wheels.
Court-ordered secret marriages?
In
That's a wild concept.
Obviously, I have the personality to carry the ship. This wouldn't be He's Wrong, She's Right without hiccups, Nona. Welcome back to the He's Wrong, She's Right podcast. I am Andrew. This beautiful woman right here is Nona, and we are your amazing hosts. Nona finally finished our taxes.
Finally. I finally finished our taxes. It wouldn't take me so dang long if we weren't both self-employed.
Yeah, and sold a house and business expenses.
Exactly. So I'm finally done, and we're getting our $5 refund.
And
we're so excited about our $5 refund.
And that's better than knowing. We should have
literally,
owed.
that's what took me so long, making sure that we didn't owe.
I shouldn't say we should have owed. We would have owed if there weren't kids involved. We would have owed.
Thank you, children.
Yes. So we are back here today to talk about the Grammys.
We look and we judge.
Yeah. We did not watch.
We did not watch. I finished our taxes just in time. We could have, but I wanted to go to bed instead.
All those award shows are like Sunday night shows, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Exactly.
I have more important things to watch, like
YouTube
videos. Like John Malecki, our guest that's coming on tomorrow.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So yeah, the screenshot or whatever that you sent me, it could have gone either way, because you know those people that buy the one-piece bathing suits that looks like the man? You know what I'm talking about, like the chest hair?
No. Okay, he's talking about Kanye West.
I know. I'm getting to that.
His wife, but no.
Are they married?
Has been, yes. He's been married for over 2 years to her. And he has been testing this in the public eye, taking her random places.
See how much I can get away with?
Exactly. Like basically topless. She's technically wearing a top.
Yeah, is transparent clothing technically indecent exposure?
Yeah, so that's what the internet was abuzz last night because of this. And she's not being charged with indecent exposure because technically she was wearing clothing.
There were some things going around where they were trying to, they're just spam, clickbait type things where they're saying that she got kicked out or they both got kicked out and all this other stuff. And they posted selfies and videos and you can see them in the audience. I, of course, didn't see any of this, but it's been reposted by actual reputable people. But so people saw that either the image or Dave Portnoy shared the clip.
Okay.
Did you see that she actually wore like a big fur coat?
Yeah, that's how they arrived to the Grammys. Yeah. And then it was her first red carpet experience and she took the coat off. Yeah. To show off her nude dress. She
turned around. If you guys haven't seen this, she turned around, and so her back is facing the at least the camera that everybody has seen the images from. So her back is facing the camera, and she drops it so like her shoulders are showing. Not a big deal. She might be wearing like something that you would wear where it's right here. And then she like drops it down, and you just see her bare naked ass. And it doesn't actually look like there's even really transparent, like whatever they use to make her dress. Would you call it a dress?
It was literally just like netting.
It looked like it was like plasticky. Was it net? It looked like it was like plasticky.
No, it looked like it was the same fabric.
That
very sheer fabric that you have behind.
If you guys didn't know that, the way that we handle the lighting behind us is the upper thing. We have frosted tint to keep the harsh light from coming in up top. And then behind these blinds, behind there, you can kind of see it droop down. Sometimes when we move, you can see it over here a little bit. We have like just a, what do you call it? A curtain?
Yes, it's a sheer panel.
Yeah. Just to keep...
Just kind of like Kanye West's wife wearing a sheer dress.
Yeah, just to diffuse the light, not to like block it out. So this is like the real sun out here. We're not
the real sun.
No, because they're...
As if we're all in a simulation.
No, Linus Tech Tips, okay? They have sets that are supposed to look like kitchens and living rooms and stuff.
Okay.
And they have windows, but they're inside of a warehouse building. So they have lights outside of the windows to make it look like...
So they're in a simulation.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So I just wanted to clarify that we're not rich. Like this... And that one dude...
Everybody knows that we're poor as AF.
They don't know that? They don't know that?
Yes, they do.
No, they
we talk about it all the time.
So?
And I just got through talking about how we're getting $5 back on taxes and we're so excited.
What do rich people say when they don't want people to know they're rich?
Whatever. Rich people talk about being rich all the time.
We're not rich,
what are you talking about?
We're not rich. Well, some do, like Kanye does. So
Kanye's not rich.
He's richer than we are.
Okay, he's richer than we are, but he also has insurmountable debt in comparison to us. So are you actually rich at that point?
All rich people have so much debt.
No, like for example, a couple years ago, he paid for a spot on the Super Bowl commercial, and he literally spent all of his money just for the spot. And so his commercial was his iPhone video of him like in a taxi.
What's the cost of a Super Bowl commercial these days? Do you know? I
think he paid like $200,000 or something.
No, it's more than that.
Or I don't know. I don't know. It was a couple years ago. And he literally couldn't afford at that point to then put on the actual commercial.
If I remember right, a 30-second spot just a couple years ago was $50 million.
Okay, maybe it was a couple million. I don't know.
So I want to know.
All right, do a search of specifically how much did Kanye West, or he goes by Ye, formerly known as Kanye West.
How much money did Kanye West spend on his Super Bowl ad? $7 million.
Okay. So there you go.
With zero production budget, challenges the conventional wisdom of high expenditure, which, okay.
Right. So he spent all of his money on just the ad spot, and then it was an iPhone selfie video of him in the back of a cab saying, download my...
Yeah. And I want to comment on this real quick because this is very true in a lot of ways, but in some ways it's also not. If we were sitting here recording the podcast with our phones and holding them and pointing them at each other, it would be a much worse experience for everybody.
So, it would be a horrible experience for me.
But there are places where that makes sense. If you're just trying to crank out some content, and you have the money to put it for like ad views, you can do kind of whatever you want. You don't have to have like CGI and a super huge budget and everything like that. But I'm just saying, like, some people are like, oh, I need to have the best equipment. We use webcams for this, guys. Like these are like $190, $200, whatever cameras.
Now you're gonna give people the wrong idea as to why we had webcams.
No, it was because I was live streaming for marketing for a nonprofit. And so we had them. I've since learned a lot more and I have much better equipment, and I could have done that whole thing way better if it was today. Couldn't do that back then because I didn't know what I was doing. And I also worked for a company that was actively working against me while I was working for the nonprofit. So yeah, anyways. But here's what I want. Oh, he made a lot of money from it. He received 284,357 orders for his shoes, totaling $19.3 million in sales. So he tripled his money. Oh,
so it was for his shoe line? It wasn't for Yeezy. His album?
It says orders for Yeezy. Okay. Isn't that his shoes?
Yeah. I didn't know what it was for.
So, I mean, it's smart. If you can... The dude is like psychotic smart. It's weird. Like, he's definitely not right, but he does some of the right things at the right time.
Have you heard Kristen Cavallari's theory on him?
No.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Jay Cutler's ex-wife.
They're divorced?
They've been divorced for at least 5 years now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Her theory is that he's like some clone and been replaced. And
Siri thinks theory is Siri?
Yes.
Okay.
That he's some sort of clone and has been replaced, and he's like this robot thing.
Okay.
And that's interesting only because nobody has ever really seen his wife, and I believe her name is Bianca, speak. And they believe... And look at the pictures. Look at the pictures from last
She's
night.
one of those like Japanese sex robots.
Basically. And just look at how she's like standing next to him. And it's like this very like...
But he doesn't speak in any of those either. They're just there on the red carpet posing. So, I mean, that's... But I think if Kanye were a clone, it would be because Kanye cloned himself. Like made himself
he said
he's
several
like
years
ago
controlling the robot before he was put into the psych ward, if I ever disappear and come back, it's not actually me.
Well, I mean, the dude's kind of a lunatic,
so I'm just throwing it out there. I don't personally believe this, but this is what
sowing
Kristen
his own-
Cavallari believes.
he's sowing his own like living in infamy because he's creating his own conspiracies. So when people are like, oh
He
my
also
God,
believes that
Kanye's
his
back.
mom was murdered when she was getting like a total body redo. She was getting like a full body lift, boob job, all that stuff. And she died on the operating table. And he believes to this day that she was murdered.
That's a lot of stuff to go through in one surgery. I think don't most people do.
Yeah. And she was like over 55. So
she had a blood clot or something, I'm sure.
Right. You said it, not me.
Well, I mean, that's typically what happens when you are on anesthesia for a long period of time.
Right.
There's a lot of things to consider, and this is going into like my medical background and stuff, and I don't remember everything, but between controlling the anesthesia, ensuring heart rate stays up, ensuring that you're not under for too long, maintaining kind of that perfect level, and then of course having all of the different open cavities and wound sites and surgical sites and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what all she went through, so
it was a lot, but yeah, he believes she was murdered, not that she just was undergoing
no surgeon's going to murder his mom.
Extensive of a surgery. So yeah.
What do they get out of that? That's the question that you have to ask. What is the surgeon?
No. Ye or Kanye is of the belief that the Illuminati had her murdered to control him.
But what does that control? What
exactly? I'm not following his logic.
Yeah. So what I want to know is why was he even invited? Does he even make music anymore?
Maybe.
When's the last time you listened to something that he made?
I think all artists are invited even if they're not nominated.
No, there's too many people in the music industry. Like there has to be a cutoff.
Yeah.
There has to be like you had to make a certain amount of money, or you had to do something for somebody. If you and I made a song right now and published it, we would not get invited to the Grammys. So there has to be.
Okay, sure. If we were self-published and we had no label backing us.
How do you get invited to the Grammys? To be invited to the Grammys as a voting member of the Recording Academy, I'm not asking about a voting member. I want to know, how do you get invited as an actual guest? How do you get invited to the Grammys as a guest? You generally need to be involved with the music industry, either as a nominee, performer, presenter, or through connections with someone who is.
See? Yeah.
Become a Recording Academy member. Membership in the Recording Academy opens doors to various opportunities, including potential access to Grammy event.
Right. So even if he wasn't nominated or anything this year, he has been previously. He's a large enough name in the industry.
But this is like, if you are in the music industry, consider joining Grammy U. You just have to be a musician and be nominated or win a Grammy. Be a performer or presenter. Attend Grammy week events. The Grammy Academy. Okay, that's not about being invited. So this
he was there because he's a large enough name.
Attend industry events, parties. Sure, whatever. No, it says in essence, Becoming a recognized figure in the music industry or having strong connections within the industry increases your chances
So what I
of being
literally have been saying for the last 5 minutes.
But why him? Like, nobody likes him. So why?
Because he creates controversy. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, the entire Grammys, that's all it is.
And we've spent the last 12 minutes or so talking about him. That's why.
Well, because we're jumping on the trend train here, talking about Kanye. That light's getting blown out. I don't like it. Damn you, son.
Do you believe that he is objectifying his wife in taking her random places topless, essentially?
Let's jump into that real quick, because our commenters think that I drag you onto the podcast just for that reason.
I am getting at that.
I know, but that's we've had commenters. I don't know if
you grab my boob on camera for that reason.
I did that episode.
You do that all the time.
No. But they've commented on videos that had nothing to do with that. They don't even watch the video. They look at the thumbnail and they're like, oh, I feel bad for her. The only reason that he has a successful podcast is because of his wife. And I'm like, oh, okay. You're the only reason we're successful, Nona. I have nothing to do with it.
But it also sounds like you're minimizing my involvement by saying it that way.
No, they're literally saying that the only reason we're successful is because I objectify you.
Do you believe that you don't?
I don't. I don't tell you how to dress.
I disagree with that.
I don't tell you how to dress. You choose to dress.
It has nothing to do with the way that I dress. It's the way that you speak to me. No. It's the way that
No, they're not watching the video. No, you're absolutely wrong. They're not watching the video. They're looking at the thumbnail and commenting based on the thumbnail. They think that I choose how you dress. They think that I choose when you wear makeup. Both of these things are patently untrue. I tell her not to wear makeup. The reason why she wasn't on when she was doing the taxes, the real reason, is because she didn't want to put makeup on. And I was like, just come on anyways.
Because I was busy doing our taxes.
I know, but I was like, come on anyways. Just wear your glasses. It's not a big deal. And she's like, no, I need to be dolled up. I need to look beautiful.
I've never said dolled up.
You know what I'm saying. But I don't choose what she wears. Never have. Okay, with exception. She'll be like, I have these 3 dresses. Which one do you like most? When we're like going out to dinner. That's like the only time. But it's not even me going into the closet and saying, I want you to wear this. And she's like, I don't know which one I want to wear. Which one do you think I should wear? It's the only time that happens. So, and I think Kanye is the complete opposite. Unless she's involved. If nobody's ever heard her talk, maybe she's like the actual mastermind.
I honestly don't know. At first, I fully believed that he was 100% controlling her. She was basically his doll. And then with last night, her walking on the red carpet, doing the whole big reveal, now I'm starting to wonder if she's kind of behind it and trying to diminish Kim Kardashian's name next to Kanye West and her be her own person. Even, I guess it's that like any attention is better than no attention mindset.
So, she's young. She's 8 years younger than us, or me. So,
yeah,
6 years younger than you.
Which they met several years ago, easily impressionable. Maybe he's put in her head that if she does this, she'll make a name for herself.
She has a master's degree in architecture from Melbourne University in Australia.
Interesting.
So she's smart. At least smart enough to get through.
Smart on paper, at least.
To get through a master's degree program. She's only ever worked she created jewelry after graduating high school. And she worked as an architect in Australia. That's crazy. Her parents are Italian immigrants to Australia in 1960. So she's Italian Australian. It's crazy. So yeah. And it lists her occupation as model. It doesn't say anything about her being, and I'm looking at Wikipedia. So in the early life and education section, it talks about working as an architect, but her actual occupation is listed as model. So do you think she became a model because of Kanye? or wanted to do that, and then Kanye was like her in?
I don't think anybody had really heard of her before Kanye, so I genuinely don't know.
Okay. I'm just reading more real quick. He made a song for her. It's her last name, Censori Overload.
I don't know. But leading up to the Grammys, Kanye did a different interesting thing. He unfollowed everybody on Instagram except for one person. Can you guess who that one person was?
Kim Kardashian.
His ex-wife?
We're talking about Kanye West, so I don't know.
No, even crazier than that.
Barack Obama.
Taylor Swift. And then all of a sudden it went to 0, and everybody speculated that Taylor Swift found out
And blocked him.
That's
funny.
And then he started following his wife as that one person right before the Grammys.
Gotcha.
So it was he already had taken Instagram by storm, but leading up to the Grammys for like 24 hours, making all these weird changes, deleting a bunch of posts, unfollowing everybody, only following Taylor Swift, then 0, then his wife. And then they did the big reveal at the Grammys. So all of this, I feel, is some sort of stunt. It's leading up to something. I don't know what that something is, though.
There's a bunch more stuff in here about investigations in Venice over acts contrary to public decency after the couple posted photos of themselves on a water taxi with West's pants pulled down and buttocks exposed. I'm reading it as it says. And Censori's head in his lap.
Ooh.
As if she was giving him a blowjob. Some Instagram posts. Apparently she sent a file sharing link with a bunch of nude images, and they were accessible to minors working on the app.
Oh.
His app, YZY, I'm assuming is supposed to be pronounced Yeezy or Yeez. I don't know. Yeah. But Milo Yana, I don't remember how it's the. I met him one time at Drinking Bros studio, actually. He's like, works for TMZ, I think, or used to.
Okay.
He's very, very outspoken, like flamboyant gay.
Okay.
But he's like diehard Republican, or was. So he's like the biggest, people hated him from both sides.
Okay.
So whether or not that's still true or not, I don't know. But I actually just saw Emery King shared some stuff of his recently. I didn't look at what it was. It was just like, oh, my boy's so funny. And I like scrolled past it. Sorry, Emery. I wasn't interested in it.
So anyways, back to the Grammys.
Okay.
Anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, the Beyonce thing.
Okay, go for it. Take it away.
I think we've talked on the show about how like award shows are just kind of a sham to begin with, right? I feel like we've had something. I don't remember what it was.
If it was, then it was close to a year ago when we first started the...
If it was, comment and let us know which episode it was in.
It was probably like episode 4 or something.
Yeah, we started in March. What award show would have came in March through like May?
I don't know.
So anyways, Beyonce wins Best Country Album.
Cowboy Carter, right?
Sure. I actually feel like...
And then her daughter told her to stand up because she was sitting there in shock. She was not expecting...
Well...
Nobody was expecting that.
Well, it's because these award shows are nothing more than popularity contests and controversy wheels.
Like, how do you win it? Is it based on downloads? Is it based on sales? Is it based on votes? How do you win the Grammys?
Let's ask. Why did Beyonce win Best Country Album? The album explores the roots of country music and black culture and highlights black country music. Okay, that's not what I asked. Because
obviously she's got a huge following. And so everybody who was already a Beyonce lover downloaded and listened to it. Whether they actually liked it, that's the other question.
Internet erupts with rage at Beyonce after a ridiculous award. Beyonce honors first responders in Grammy speech with Album of the Year win. Oh, it was Album of the Year? I thought... I could have sworn it said best... Yeah, it says Best Country Album. Then this is saying...
I don't know. You're the one who gave me the information. But real question, was Jay-Z there as well with her?
There...
because I'm guessing
no pictures of them together.
They are going to get divorced in 2025. That's my prediction.
Do you know this guy, Jason Rich?
No. I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's their Newsweek is saying that he's blasting Beyonce after Grammy win. Because it's always dramatic, right? That's
okay.
Maybe I should make that the podcast episode title. He's wrong, she's right. Blast Beyonce. That sounds very sexual.
Yes. I don't think you should do that. Please don't do that.
So yeah, okay. Obviously I don't know the criteria, but there are obviously minimum criteria because even to
Right, that's what I was saying. Is it based on downloads or sales or something like that? Because if that's the case, then she already had a huge following.
What is the criteria for winning best country album? You could have kept talking.
She's already got a huge following who are going to download it and give it a chance. Whether they actually like it or not, that's not accounted for in the downloads. Okay,
so to qualify, your album, the vocal or instrumental country albums containing at least 51% playing time of new recordings.
So yeah, again, people gave it a chance. A lot of people didn't like it. And these are huge Beyonce fans.
Yeah.
Did not like it, were very outspoken about it, but they gave it a chance just because they already loved her.
Yep.
Then it's she won because she's got a huge following.
But here's the problem, okay? But
at least Kanye was probably happy because isn't that the whole reason why he had that huge fight with Taylor Swift back in like 2010 or 12 or whatever it was?
Oh, saying that she had the best album of all time or
whatever.
And
like went up and snatched the thing. He was like, Beyonce should have won it. So what was that?
I was pretending I was gonna stop you and grab your microphone, but
okay. So yeah, at least he was happy last night.
You think he was?
And then Taylor Swift didn't get anything. She was nominated for a bunch of stuff, right?
I don't know.
But then she didn't win anything.
So,
and
probably the
speaking
most
of Taylor
listened
Swift,
to person.
Everybody was going on and on and on about the tea that she had dangling from her thigh, saying it was for Travis Kelce and that she was wearing red for Kansas City Chiefs. She wears red to like almost every single award show because red is her favorite color. She has a whole album about it, and her name starts with T for Taylor. Everybody's like going on and on about how she's got it on her inner thigh and it's so hot for her man.
Just wait.
No, I fully believe they're going to get engaged this year. I'm sure they're going to get married and they're going to live happily ever after, and that's great. Her name is fucking Taylor.
Just wait. Just wait.
Just wait for what?
Until we become famous and people speculate why you have a curl in your hair this morning and why one of your eyes is greener than the other. She literally has
an album named Red, right? And I'm not even like a Taylor fan, but even I know that as a non-listener. Like, and she's got a T on her thigh for a fucking name. Like, whatever, man. So. I think the whole thing is so dumb.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh my God, she was paying tribute to her man. She loves him so much.
Maybe she is, though.
I mean, maybe. Anything's possible. She just looks great in red, and her name is Taylor.
Would you pay
that
tribute
also
to me?
is great.
Would you pay tribute to me?
How would I pay tribute to you, Andrew?
I don't know. Wear something Michigan?
Ew.
Yeah, I'm going to buy you a Michigan something now.
Well, you told me that you were going to do that when we went to the game, and you didn't, so.
We never went to Emden or anything like that. We never went.
That's on you, not me. Okay.
So, did you see anything else at the Grammys?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I was only asking you to drag out the episode a little bit longer. What else?
Will Smith's son.
Okay.
Did you see what he was wearing on his head?
No.
A castle. Here, I'll show you a beautiful, beautiful picture.
Is he one of the ones that dresses in dresses? Or has like recently for fashion shows and stuff?
You can't even see because of the glare. He's wearing a castle on his head.
What? Why?
Exactly. The whole internet.
I thought you were going to say like a crown, but his face is the door.
No, it's literally.
I'll put this, send it to me, and I'll put it when I edit. So
like everybody is like, why? I don't understand. I no longer understand fashion at this point.
Nobody's ever understood
not
fashion.
That anybody, but this
Okay.
is not fashion. This is like, why? What? I don't understand.
So here's the difference between fashion when we were growing up and fashion now.
Okay.
Is that the weird fashion show things that happened stayed at the fashion shows.
Right.
Now, everyone wants to be picked up by the cameras, like Cam Newton and all the NFL players. I'm sure this weekend they're going to walk out in the weirdest, craziest nonsense for the Super Bowl.
Who's going to the Super Bowl?
The Eagles and the Chiefs.
Oh, so Dave Portnoy lost his money?
Yeah.
You said that he bet
Yeah.
on the Bills?
Yep. $1 million.
So he lost his money when,
Yep.
I guess, this past week? When
No, this was the Pro Bowl weekend. It was the fall or the weekend prior, 2 weeks, 8 days ago
Okay.
at the time of recording this. So yeah, it's a lot of money. That's why I don't sports bet. You either win it all or you lose it all. There's not really any in between. The only real people that are successful at sports betting are people that already have money.
Who do you predict is going to win the Super Bowl?
I hope Philadelphia does, just because I don't want Kansas City to three-peat.
Three-peat?
Yeah. Back to back to back.
Right.
Yeah. And
I think they're going to get engaged after the Super Bowl,
if they lose,
even if they lose.
but the cameras won't be on them if they lose. The cameras will be on the Eagles if the Eagles win.
I didn't mean immediately, like that night.
But if they win, it would be perfect.
I actually said that last year.
To happen at the game.
I predicted that they were going to win and that he was going to propose after they won.
Oh, okay. While you're talking about that real quick, and we'll come right back to this.
Okay.
It said that Kanye and Bianca were engaged in it was like a secret marriage certificate or something like that.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to pull this back up again because the terminology was like weird. And I read it and then I forgot to bring it up. Confidential marriage license. What does that mean?
I don't know. I've never heard of that. Is that a California specific?
Okay, yeah. So confidential marriage, I clicked on the Wikipedia link for it. In California, under Section 501 of the state's Family Code, a county clerk is authorized to issue a confidential marriage license and subsequently grant a confidential marriage certificate. That still doesn't tell us what it is.
Okay, so it's specific to California.
Section 511 of the same code states that records of marriages registered under the provision are not open to public inspection except by an order of the court. Blah, 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 common law, blah, 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 blah. Only Michigan offers something approximately similar, which court-ordered secret marriages. That doesn't.
Court-ordered secret marriages?
In Michigan,
That's a wild concept.
in Michigan, apparently, which offers court-ordered secret marriages.
Yeah, that's wild.
The only thing that I can think is that maybe they don't want like the terms of their like prenups and stuff. Because what else would be on your marriage license? Your address, your names. Like what else would be on there?
Yeah, prenups would not be part of a marriage license.
No, but I'm saying like what would you want to hide? If you don't want people to know that you're married, then don't tell them.
Right. Well, I guess tabloids go digging for that kind of information all the time, running public records and things like that.
But what I'm asking is, if you wanted your marriage to be secret, why would you tell people that you're married?
I'm pretty sure they were married for several months before it even came out.
Oh, it says August 2022, so they had to have told somebody.
Well, yeah, but it came out after that. It wasn't common knowledge in the beginning.
Okay. I don't know anything about them, so.
I only know as much as what's thrown in front of me by the media.
Yeah. So going back to it, talking about Travis Kelce and potentially getting engaged and blah, blah, blah.
Do you think he's going to retire after?
I don't know how old he is.
He's our age. They're both our age.
No.
Yeah, I think he is a couple months older than me, and she's a couple months younger than me. They both are born in 89.
So I don't think he has as many prospects as his brother does, because his brother is more like easygoing and
or 87. Now I need to look up. I'm pretty sure that
because
he's just a couple months older.
His
than
brother's doing all those TV appearances and commercials for Buffalo Wild Wings and other things like that. Like,
right, and they have a podcast together.
I did see that.
It's super huge too.
Well, that's because they're already big names. Once again, as I talked about in the basics of starting a successful podcast.
Oh, actually, he's a couple months younger than me. I don't know why I thought he had a spring birthday. He's October 5th, 89. I know for a fact she's December 13th, 89. And I only know that because December 13th is also Cash's birthday. And I'm August 10th, 89.
And my brother's August 26th, 89.
Cool.
So, is that all the funness that happened in the lives of famous people this week?
I have no idea.
I'm at the Grammys.
I have no idea. This is all the random shit that I saw last night.
Well, we can put up like a fashion slideshow at the end of the credits of this episode.
The fashion slideshow.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift's thigh or inner thigh, Jaden Smith's castle on his head.
Yep.
Bianca's whole.
No, we'll have to straight up censor that.
You'll have to like.
I'll just do the
cover her nips
from behind.
Cover her every. Okay, fine. Do from the behind.
Yeah. Do her from behind.
Yeah.
With Kanye watching.
And then Beyonce's face of like. She like, what? What's happening? She was really not expecting it at all.
I don't buy that. They know in advance.
What?
Yeah.
How do they know in advance?
Because they're literally told.
What? They're told that they're nominated, not that they won.
No, they're told. There's no secrets at all within any of that. They all know. And even if they're like, guys, this time, don't say anything. Like, they're going to know. Somebody's going to leak it. Somebody's going to be like, I know this is going to happen, so pretend.
I don't know. 100%. What do you guys think?
Watch Entourage.
No, thank you.
Entourage is awesome.
I'm good. No, thank you.
So we are running the 4,000 subscriber giveaway.
Okay. So get subscribed.
Yep. Hit the subscribe button. This is YouTube specific, by the way. I would love for you guys to subscribe everywhere. Follow us on social media. All the links are all over the place in the description. The rules for the giveaway as well are in the description. Go ahead or not in the description. They're in the link in the description. So make sure you guys check that out. Ends February 15th at midnight. So any video that you comment on, you just have to be a subscriber on YouTube. And yeah. Anything else? No? Yeah? No? We're recording with John Malecki tomorrow. That episode will probably come out next week. We'll see how well the 3-camera solution goes. I got to edit this. I got a lot of stuff to do today. So this has got to get cranked out for tomorrow, like right now. Right?
Get on it, Andrew.
Get on it. All right. So let me know if you guys like the 3-camera thing, if the camera switching is kind of your thing, if we look more professional, or if we just look like a bunch of amateurs doing more amateur things. Drop it in the comments.
That's definitely what we look like.
Nah, we look good. We look good. We brought the original table back. Yeah, it's nostalgic.
The OG table with all the dings, scratches. Got it free from a neighbor who was using it for crafts, and we have yet to repaint it because I keep putting it off to the side of really sure what we're going to do.
We're going to have a set soon in a few months, hopefully sooner than a few months, but we'll see.
Really? A few months? I thought it was going to be sooner than a few months.
Well, Johnny's looking for places, and so there might be something that opens up in 2 months. Gotcha.
I don't know why I was thinking.
Plus, he had another round of chemo. Either he went through it last week or this week, so he's going to have some downtime. So, but we are
send thoughts and prayers to him.
Yeah. We are also going to be working on, or at least I am. I don't know if you want to be involved or not. This is the first time I'm talking about it. We are going to be involved in another show. It's going to be a veteran-centric show.
Yeah, that's all you, babe.
Going to be utilizing our equipment. It'll just be multiple sets inside of one studio, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. There's no projected timeline for that. Can't give you any other insight on that right now because I don't even know, and I'm part of the project. So,
are you only going to be behind the scenes?
I don't know yet. So we'll see.
Okay.
Obviously, I have the personality to carry the show. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, follow us on social media. Get involved in that giveaway. Ends in a couple days.
Good luck, everybody.
Next weekend.
Chloe wants to win.
She can't.
That's what she was saying when you guys were recording last night.
I thought she was talking about the lottery. We were talking about the lottery.
You don't remember talking about how she was like, can I unsubscribe and resubscribe and unsubscribe and resubscribe? And does that give me chances? No, she wants to win.
And the rules actually state that it cannot be our family members or associates. So it's legally what it is what it is. Don't be like, oh, can you PayPal me the money? No, I can't. It's an Amazon gift card. That's what you get.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.